I want to finish off that station thing, though. I don't want to leave it the way it is. So we're going to finish off the station, then I'm going to build a barge, then send it off there, and hopefully get Wafflebird back fairly soon. All of that probably isn't going to happen today, but maybe over this one and the next one, these two things might happen. I am going to take, before we get started, though, a moment to thank my wonderful Patreon patrons and YouTube members who continue to support this channel. And I want to take particular attention to my most recent additions to the team that helps support this channel. So thank you very much, OB3 Kenobi, Raymond Murphy, and Jose Cabo. They are my most recent Patreon patrons and YouTube members. And if you would like to join this most illustrious team as well, you know where the links of that is all down there below the video. In the meantime, why don't I get started? And actually, before we get started with anything, it's been a while. I've done some time warping. I want to go into mission control. I want to take a look at contracts. Now, I'm going to fess up. I looked at this before the two streams. I wanted to see if there was anything worthwhile. And the first thing that jumped out to me is this one. Rescue Brian L. from orbit of Kerbin. And I'm going to read the bold very carefully. This is what got me into trouble with Wafflebird. He is in low orbit. I've gotten precious few of these rescue orbits from. I've only had one, and then I got Wafflebird, and now I got this. So maybe we can actually pick up Brian L. along the way. And Brian L., by the way, as well as Wafflebird, are two of the YouTube members and Patreon patrons. I like to name my Kerbals after them. So if this doesn't sound like a very Kerbal-y name, that's the reason why. So I'm going to grab that right now. It advances me a bit of cash. I'm also looking at this Explorer Minmus. We need to test our rendezvous capabilities, park two vessels next to each other in orbit about Minmus. Rendezvous two vessels and dock them in orbit about Minmus. I want to build stations, so I think this was the nice one to grab. I might as well grab it right now. I'm going to grab that one. And these are all for the future, not for today. But while they're here, I'm going to grab them. And then finally, there's nothing like low-lying fruit. Science data from space around Kerbin. Even though I've collected all the science data, I don't need any more science. It is a bit of cash, though, so I'm going to grab that one. You can even transmit 0 science and it'll still work. So, boom, done. Okay. Let's then get into the spaceplane hangar and get this thing going. All right. So we are going to get up to our station in the Rapier 2. There it is, my space plane. There's no contracts associated with this, so we'll close that right away. Let's look at crew. Bill I gotta keep, but let's get a new pilot. I was just talking about let's get Louis S as our pilot. So Louis S, who's again another patron. Bill, and then this is all the Kerbals I got. It's so sad. Oh, I got Phil K too. I think I almost said I bought Phil K, but I think I hired him because I needed another scientist for the lab. I don't think that one's a rescue, which is very unusual for me. The other thing I want to do is let's just check the cargo situation, make sure there's nothing stupid in here. What really helps. Where am I looking? I'm looking under here. No, here, silly. When you're doing orbital construction, this Pegasus 1 mobility enhancer, these are great. You can get Kerbals to, they don't weigh too much, but they make great handholds for Kerbals while you're doing the construction. I think that should be it. I think that should be good. So we're gonna just launch. This thing's all fueled up. Yeah, I'm used to RP1 where you gotta make sure things are fueled up. Okay, so we're gonna plunk her here, put our lights on. Yeah, we're pretty much ready to go, but let's take a look. Oh yes, Brian L's not. Wait a minute. I didn't do something stupid like Brian L needs to bring down his scrap. No, it's just Brian L and a scrap. Doesn't matter. Nice. Okay, so Brian L is right here in an orbit about 79 kilometers, low orbit about Kerbin. I'm so excited to have that. And then we got our station over here, so we're going to pick up Brian L. Then we're going to go to the station, and I'm just looking at this. I'm going to launch I'm going to set Brian L as a target. Just passed over us, so I'm just going to actually just punch it and go. Brakes off. And go. Rough, rough, rough. Ah, the magnetic boots in KSP2 to walk around on the ships. Yeah. Really got to give that a go. Okay, we're off. Oh, whoa, whoa! Why'd you start rolling over to one side, you stinker? What the heck is that? Okay, pitch down, pitch down. Wow. Okay, here. I'm not sure what happened there. It just rolled the port, as it were. Don't know why. Okay, I'm going to get this, settle this onto a heading. It really wants to roll that one direction. I'm not exactly sure why. There's nothing asymmetric going on. Oh well, whatever. Oh, no, it's too far that way. I want to keep the heading at close to 90 as I can, or else, you know, we'll end up in an inclined orbit, which will increase our, I want this to be inclined, our inclination's coming back down. My, oh my. Alright, pay attention over to 4 kilometers and speed. I gotta pay attention to. Speed. It's funny, with playing, I've been flying a lot of jets in RP1, and I'm looking for things that aren't here and worrying about things I don't have to worry about. Now that I'm back to this, this is always the problem with playing KSP in 2 very different modes, is you start to mix the 2 modes together. Okay, we are starting to pick up some speed. That's good. Want lots and lots of speed. Inclination's creeping back up again. I don't like that, but we'll be going into rocket mode shortly. Seeing SSTOs are my weakness. To be honest, they are completely impractical, I think, in the game. We all like to, not all of us, but many of us like to build them, but there really isn't, I think, a good, solid game reason to build them, other than you might find them fun. So if you're almost always better off with rockets. Okay. Getting close to 14 kilometers, or 1.4 kilometers per second. Getting the change in tone of the engines. That's usually an indication we're getting close. I'm gonna wait for, yeah, there we go. Okay. Switching to rocket mode and pitching up just a little bit, about 20 degrees. Holding it about there. And actually the apoapsis, time to apoapsis is climbing pretty quickly, so I'm going to reduce throttle a little bit, pitch down a little bit. Like to keep that time to apoapsis about a minute. Right about on top there. It seems to be doing fine now. Inclination's 0.3, that's okay. We'll keep it there. Now as we ascend here, we'll keep getting closer and closer to locking it right on the prograde vector. But right now I do want to get a little higher in the atmosphere before I do that. Okay. Inclination 0.2. Bring it right to the very top of the prograde vector. Kind of hold it there for a little bit. Alright, let's just lock it on prograde. And we ended up, yeah, I'm good with this. Now, I think my target's going to be a little bit ahead of me, so we might need to do a few orbits, but that's okay. I'm not going to be upset about that. Who likes astronomy? Everyone likes astronomy, don't they? So now it's just I'm just going to let this kind of ride up. We'll let the apoapsis push ahead. I'm just leaving it locked to prograde and letting it do its thing. Not touching anything anymore. Till our apoapsis. Ooh, I got to be a little careful. My target, oh my gosh, I might have to do a little bit. Is 79. Okay, we'll go to 79. This is going to be a bit of fiddling. I wish their low orbit was a little higher, to be honest. Actually, let's see. Are we ahead? No, we're way behind. Okay, I'm going to work this out. We're just going to get the apoapsis just out of the atmosphere is what we're going to do. Just a little bit out of the atmosphere. Low orbit's a little too low. It's nice to be in an orbit that's different from your target. Okay, that's 70. That's good. 73, we'll keep an eye on it. I just noticed we got the camera change because our periapsis is at 32 kilometers. Okay, let's get a little time warping going here. But the problem is like a 73 kilometer orbit and a 79 kilometer orbit isn't all too different. But we have 836 meters per second of DV, so it's not like we're going to be starved for... I'm going to be starved for getting this done. We have plenty of electricity. I ran out of electricity on this thing once, and now I'm paranoid about it. But I shouldn't be, because I've rectified that situation. That shouldn't be a problem anymore. Okay, that's space. Still a couple of minutes away. From apoapsis, that is. We don't quite have our orbit yet. Here, deploy a solar panel, even though we're in the dark, but better to get that done. Okay, it's just a few seconds from apoapsis, so we'll just throttle up a bit, make this about 73, but oh, I went a little too far. That might not be bad. So I got an idea. I got to think about how I'm going to do this. Okay, this is... Okay, let's take that off. Let's take off everything. There we go. Okay. What I might do... Let's actually... Here, I'm thinking at the same time. Okay, Kerbin's apoapsis. Oh, wow, it's only 70... 79... Oh, that's my apoapsis over there. What's target apoapsis? Can't even see. Yellow's the target. It shouldn't be at the... Okay, I'm going to have to just do this by eyeball because I can't see. I want to... Oh, wait. I think I had it there for a sec. There. I want to get my apoapsis to that. Okay, let's do that. So I'm just going to point at prograde. It is pointed prograde. And just give a little bit to, like, what do we got? About 78.8. A little far, so we'll RCS. So I'll explain what I'm doing here in a sec once I've done what I'm done. Just RCSing back a little bit. Alright. So the two orbits are at about the same altitude here, but they're missing by a lot. You can see that. But what I'm hoping to do, here's what I'm hoping to do, is add a maneuver here. And we might have to do a few orbits, but this is a way, if you're in an orbit very similar. See, the problem is, like, we're catching up to it painfully slowly. So if we, our orbits aren't that different is what I'm trying to say. So what I'm doing is seeing, okay, if I go ahead a few orbits, see how they come very close? This is actually several orbits, but that's okay. These are coming very close together, several orbits in the future. So what I want to do next is put another maneuver here on our current orbit, get it close, and just do some teeny tiny little tweaks. There we go. I saw 0.8 kilometers. I think that's pretty good. So I'm going to do that with RCS. That's like nothing. So yeah, let's go do that. So I just want to tweak my current orbit so that we can catch up to after what's his face. Brian, not what's his face, for goodness sakes. After a few more orbits after that. That's the idea. Keep an eye on electricity, make sure that it's going to be good. Okay. And this is such an itsy bitsy little nothing burn. Oh, it's the other way around. Oh my gosh, which way is this burning? Okay, sorry. It's the maneuver node's spinning all around because this burn is so tiny. It's prograde. Okay, just lock it on prograde. We'll call it that. Is this gonna work? I think the burn is just so small. Yeah, here we go. I'm just pushing H. Okay. Yeah. What's maneuver 2 that saying? Yeah. So if I... There we go. We got a 0.8 separation. So let's... time warp past this maneuver. We're going to have to do a few orbits. It's just going to take us a while. I'm going to put that there. Oh my gosh, that's coming up in a day. Oh well. Oh well. I'm going to spend a day in space. Okay, let's see if we can tweak this. So this, we just did a bit of time warping. We're getting close in about, well, not that close, is it? In about 11 minutes here. Let's move this to about here. Okay, I'm going to try and make this work. Let's try and make this work. So a little radial problem. No, other way, other way. It is not as close as I was hoping it was going to be. Looks like this is the one I'm going to be shooting for, though. The radial might not have been the best plan there. Let's go with 0 there. What happens if I use a little retro? Makes it worse. We're making it work. It's over here, though, we're going to meet. And I want to get the DN right on there because that will indicate the orbits are crossing at the ANs and DNs. There we go. There. 0. Okay, so we got this 10.4 meter per second burn coming up. Let's lock onto that. Turn down the thrust limiters to like 20 on these two motors. How about 5? Can't even see the exhaust. I have it turned down so low. Okay, do the rest with RCS. And I'm looking at that second intersect number. It's under 100 meters. Get it as low as I can just with puffs of RCS. There, it's about 17 meters. Right there, right there. Let's lock that there. Go be there in 22 minutes. Oh, this is giving me this relative to target. I don't care about that. So close to our target. I just want to, again, get the solar panels right. Docking is fun. And I know for a lot of people, docking is the bane. It takes practice. There's no doubt about it. But for me, this kind of mucking about in orbit, docking, EVAing Kerbals, getting work done, I find it the most enjoyable part of the game. More than anything else. I love the idea that you're going thousands of meters per second. Well, let's make sure I'm looking at the right one. Okay, yeah, we're about 14 minutes away. Going thousands of meters per second, yet at the same time... Let's put this on target now. Actually, let's also increase this. At the same time, you're, you know, doing this slow motion kind of ballet thing. I find that just very enjoyable. I'm just gonna, I'll just put the number in 25. Give myself some thrust to brake. Okay. Target. That's what I'm looking for. It's all coming to me now, except I want to be on the retrograde part. It's going to be there pretty soon. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, and there's our target. It's only, our approach is very, oh no, 50 meters per second. Coming in at a little bit of a radialness, I suspect. But every time I time warp, notice how these change. That happens. Notice, watch, like right now I'm about 8 minutes away, and as soon as I hit time warp, the numbers get messed up. So that's something I'll always be a little careful about, a little cognizant of. That while you're time warping, these intersect distances can be wrong. Still 5 minutes away. Let's go another 3 minutes. 14, 13. Okay, now we're 2 minutes away. So now we got a better idea what's happening. And we get to meet our newest Kerbal. Now, I'll let you know, I have been jinxed with pilots. I have 2 scientists only because I hired one. Bill's been our only engineer since the very beginning of the game. And everybody I've rescued only 2 to be fair, have been pilots. Wafflebird's a pilot. And Louis here is a pilot. So, we'll see. Nothing against pilots, but you like to get a little bit of a diversity. Poor Bill needs himself a break, that's for sure. I'll start slowing down here. Actually, I should... Let's retract that solar panel, because the hatch... I might have blocked... I'm not sure if I blocked the hatch or not with the solar panel. I don't think I did, but we're going to find out pretty soon. I've never had a Kerbal go in and out of that hatch. Of course, we got ourselves... Is the sun coming up pretty soon? That would be nice. You gotta be careful. This is only a capsule. It's not that big. I should actually intentionally... Now I'm thinking about it. Let's intentionally push this off a bit so that we'll end up coming underneath it. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh. How close am I? Oh, I'm really close. Stop. I've really... Let's put this on orbital here. So I felt like maybe I'm not as close as I... Oh, yeah, I wasn't as close as I thought I was. Then I had this feeling I was very close. Lack of sunlight and... I could have EVA'd over the Kerbal, but I don't know. I take some personal pride in coming in nice and close, but giving them less of a journey. I just suddenly had this feeling I was like gonna roast him with my engines. Not that that's a thing. You can actually push the capsule away with your engines if you're not careful. That is a thing. Alright, I should stop wasting time. Let's just get over there and get him. Who do we got? Brian L., you are a pilot. Oh, but very happy to be a pilot. Oh, dear. Okay. Of course you're a pilot. Okay. We're going to EVA. Lights on. Get up there. You pilot, you. Well, there we go. Get aboard, pilots. And good. Solar panel's not in the way. Okay, we'll open that. Disable that. Get off a target. Put it on you. And actually, let's use a little Kerbal engineer to help us out here. HUD number 2, I have a... go back to target selection and ships. And Kerbin Station ship is now our target. I just think that's a lovely feature there from Kerbal Engineers. One of the, again, quality of life mods I added. And we'll rotate this for solar panel exposure. There we go. All right, let's see. Now we got to get to, no, here. Oh, it's the same. It's another problem one. We're in the lower orbit, so we're going faster. Ah, what a nuisance. So this guy's slower than us, so if I left it, let's see if we can expedite this a little bit. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on prograde. We're going to raise, I'm going to try and see if I can do this more efficiently than before. Raise this up to our target altitude. That feels pretty good. And then over here, same trick, add a maneuver. It's going to have to go ahead orbits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, that's way too many orbits. So what we're going to do instead, how much delta? I got 719 meters per second of delta V. Let's see if we cannot really help ourselves out. If we just give this a little bit of altitude here to slow us down. This is only an 82 meter per second burn to raise our apoapsis. But now look. See? Look at that. So we'll do it this way. I should have done this with Brian, but I didn't. Where's that? 3 kilometer separation. Let's try and see if we can dial that in a little bit. Probably bring it backwards. Oh, that's making it worse. Forwards. Okay, it's getting, I'm seeing 900 meter separation there. Let's go with that. So that'll be just a single burn. That'll raise our apoapsis up to here. That'll slow us down enough that next orbit we will meet them. And this is 82 meters per second. Our intercept speed, our relative speed at intercept is 53. We have 719. Plenty of fuel. We're good. We're good. F5. F5. Let's do it. This is a 15-second burn, so let's increase this to 50. Just to give ourselves a little bit more throttle. Good. Okay, go. And this rendezvous should be in the daylights because we're going to go do this and then we're going to go around and we'll be back on the day side when we come back. So that's good. Anybody else bothered by that we're upside down? There we go. I'm looking again at that second intersect distance. It was under a kilometer. Oh, I see 900 meters. That's probably as good as it's going to get, isn't it? That's good. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, so about 34 minutes from now, be running into them again. Always time warp ahead, or always quick save ahead of time warping because I've made more mistakes while time warping than doing anything else. Upside down is just somebody else's right side up. Yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, we're only 3 meters. I noticed the times weren't right. Be careful about that. Only 3 minutes away. I saw him down there. There it is. Can't see it in the glare from the sun, but we're coming in. We're coming in. See if we can bring this distance down a little bit. Oh, that's not doing it. That's not doing it. Okay, let's get a little closer. Why is that bringing the distance down? Like, clear. Oh, no, no. It feels very clear that I should be pushing this retrograde this way, but for whatever reason, it's bringing my distance to target up, and I'm only a minute away. I'm not sure if something's wrong here. Yeah. And it's the first intersect. Oh, it feels like I'm... Here, let's just push. I'm just pushing. I'm not... You'll go kick in these numbers. There's something up with them. Maybe they'll... Ah, now they're fixing themselves. Now they're fixing themselves. Now let's make... Now these numbers are sensible. Numbers just weren't sensible. Okay, let's get rid of the contract window. I still got to bring Brian down to the surface to complete that contract, but for now, we're not going to be working. Is your target set? Yeah, the target's set. It was just something weird. These guys get weird sometimes. I don't have an explanation. Now, there is a jumble of, well, I say, no, technically three modules. There's the 2 station modules. There's still the tug. This guy's going to be a 4th variable to throw into the mix up here. I don't know. There's going to be a lot of shuffling. There's going to be a lot of constructing. I really don't know exactly what I'm going to be doing here. But we're going to have to get in close and then figure that out. Can I do an Easter egg visit? I'm being asked in the chat. Yeah, I could. Maybe that's not a bad idea. Once I get Wafflebird, once Wafflebird is home, and that contract is done with, I can start. I'm going to do a lot of flapping about around here. Yeah, we can maybe do a little bit of hunting for Easter eggs. If people want to do that, that's something I can ask people to do. But first, this station. Second, Wafflebird. That should keep us busy for the next couple of streams. And then we'll see. So there is my awful station. Okay. I think I need to push this northwards. Which way's northwards? That way's northwards. Nope, nope. But the retrograde, so it's backwards this way. My docking ports are up here is what I'm saying. Target's down there, but the docking ports are up there. Open this up. And then I got to figure out what I'm going to do here. I'm thinking the best plan is to probably just to squeeze the plane onto here. Just to have it docked somewhere. I can't dock down here because that docking port is a 0.65 meter docking port. But I think I can go, I'm going to go for this guy up here. So set that as a target. Let's just slow down a little bit on the engines one last time. A little burst on the engines here. Good, okay. And we'll control from here. And I'm thinking, I think I can fit the plane in there. Retract those solar panels. Aim the camera in the middle here. So I'm going to just try and squeeze in right here. We're going to get out, do some constructing. I'll explain the constructing that I got to do soon. But first... Oh, that's going the wrong way. There we go. Slow her down. Probably should have slowed down more with the engines than I did. I think I'm okay. Uh-oh, hit M instead of N. Okay, I'm not seeing my target icons. Oh, because I'm pushing away, I can see a retrograde icon show up, but that's okay. I think my line's pretty good. Yeah. Down this way. Oh, there, I can see the target icon on the Navball. Oh, I just gotta try to chase it. Gotta chase it a little bit. Just trying to finagle that get onto that target's really what I'm trying to do here. always getting this mixed up. Where's my prograde? Oh, I can see. Ah, shoot. Back off. Fail, 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 fail. Back, 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 back. Okay, we shall try again. Yeah, I gotta go that way, right? I don't know. There we go. Beep, 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 beep. It's always a little backwards on the Navball when you're doing this because... Program. Where's that program? There. Go, 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 go. Chase that, chase it, chase it, chase it, chase it, chase it. Donk. There we go. That was more... well, we're there. Okay, so let's shut down these engines before I do something really stupid. So there's that, there's that. Shut down this engine too, which I never did from before. Okay. So we are docked. So what we got to do, we got to go down here. Okay, so right here, let's aim the camera here. I'll explain what we're doing. So right here, I don't like this here, right? This whole business with the 0.25 meter docking port and this. So I got two 1.25 meter docking ports. This tug brought up all this. So I want to take one of these docking ports and... yeah, I think I'm going to need to undock this is what I'm going to need to do. I am. Actually, this could work. And then I want to take all of this stuff off. Maybe that's the first thing to do. Take all of this stuff off. Remove one of these 2.5 meter docking ports down to there. And then this module comes down here. I just think it'll look nicer. That's the whole plan. Okay, so we're going to EVA Bill right now. Bill. Open up this. Let's do some cargo shuffling. Now, Bill is not in need of a parachute, so we'll stow that parachute away. But what I'd like him to have are one of these little ladder bits. Oh, we can carry both of them. Oh, that is great. Okay, so Bill, EVA. Oh, let's close this. RCS. There he goes. So he's going to get down here. The ladder bits are just great to have, so you can create handholds in case you need them. Okay, so, but actually, of course, we do have a handhold down here as it is. So this is going to be a lot of fiddling about, but we'll see. We'll see how this works. So, Bill's down there. We're going to rip all of this stuff off. I'm hoping I can stow a lot of it in that hitchhiker. So, starting with this. Yep, that worked. And the lights. And that light. And these lights. Nice. Oh, this is working great. And that. And this. Well, it's stowing. It's too big. That piece is too big. By how much is it too big? Oh, construction parts only. It's just completely... All right. I haven't... Okay, yeah. I gotta get it out of the way. I can't attach it. Can I reach... Oh, wait. Maybe? Oh, boy. It's doing weird things. Put the snap on. Yeah, he can put the snap on. I'm getting weird. I think I'm too far away for what I'm trying. I'm going to try and stick it on this docking port, but I don't... What is it stuck to there? I don't know. Okay, let's close construction mode. Let's do a quick save in case Mr. Kraken decides to make an appearance, because when I see this thing just kind of seeming to stick to something but not, that kind of has me concerned. Okay, so Bill, back into construction mode. Let's get a ladder part. Stick it there. I'll show you what I mean with the ladder parts. Back out of construction mode. Get down there. Now he's got something to hang on to nearby. See? And now back into construction mode, we'll grab this. That shouldn't have just stuck there like that. That's just wrong. But okay, that's going to work. Okay, so that's out of the way for now.